everyone, it's Pat coming on today with a bit of a mid-month check-in. Today's the 16th of September, and so it's a mid-month check-in and an invitation, actually. So the invitation is to an event I'm going to have on Zoom, and it's called Circle of Angels. Circle of Angels was a gathering, a meditation gathering that I used to do pretty regularly, where I would take people through a guided meditation with calling in and invoking the archangels Michael, Raphael. We'd clear out our energy field, and we'd do some healing work, pull some cards, and also, have some time to chat about, metaphysical, spiritual topics. It used to be a couple of hours. Now, this Zoom event that I'm having is only going to be about 45 minutes. It's on Sunday the 24th from 7 to 7:45. If you're interested, send a message to email me at angeldivination@gmail.com. I'll put that email in the description below, and I will send you the link to the meeting, okay? At this Circle of Angels, it's primarily going to be more of the clearing meditation and maybe some pulling some cards on things. But it's primarily because, at the beginning of this month, they're reading some of the cards that came out for the reading. One of them was Sandalphon, the Archangel Sandalphon, with that, be gentle with yourself. And I just found in this past week, as we came out of Mercury retrograde at the end of this past week on the 14th, and the new moon, and there was just some really heavy energy. So I understood what Sandalphon's message had to do with, because every morning I found myself with that nameless unease, that the kind that made you, could potentially put you into kind of like a downward tailspin, in your feelings about things. And it took a conscious effort of using some spiritual tools like calling in the angels and asking them to clear things out, to lift that. And it does work when you do that. And it also took, a conscious effort, not just of calling in angels, but other spiritual tools like loving yourself through a difficult time and working with forgiveness. And these are all like gentle things, gentle ways of working with yourself when you're having a difficult time, or when things seem to be, if you're empathic, when they just feel uneasy, So I wanted to invite you to that, and to step in and check in and see how we're all doing with this, and pull some cards, different cards. I pulled out the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck for today, to see maybe how the rest of the month is going to go and what other messages we could use to hear right now, okay? Angels, Gods, Spirit, what message do you have for us today and for those who might be watching this reading? Let's see. Nope, that one wants to come up. Another way of being gentle with yourself. This is the angel of pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do, okay? Maybe take some time out to do some pleasurable activities or things that nurture your soul, okay? Maybe it's going outside for, a walk in the woods or a walk by the seashore or something like that. The message is about being present with the things that you're doing that are enjoyable for you, and to take the time to do that. I'll read a little bit of, and it may be also that's what we're going to be focusing on more for the end of the month, is what kinds of activities are more fulfilling for us, what brings pleasure to us. Let's see. Yeah, take pleasure in all the things you do. It's not all about work or hard work. It's not all about achievement and performance. Make the most of every moment in your life. Do more things that bring pleasure to you. And I would say that's definitely a tool to remember with Archangel Sandalphon's message about be gentle with yourself, okay? Sometimes we can get very much into working all the time mentality, you know? Even at times when I'm not working and there's a lot to get done, I have a lot on my to-do list, I'll be like, okay, oof, that's done, what's next? And you just feel like you want to keep going and going. But it's a reminder that life is meant to be a balance. And when you're feeling stressed out, tired, cranky even, you know, and you have that unease about things, it may be that it's just time to engage in some, you know, laugh, have fun, play with your friends, do activities that are pleasurable, enjoying, or relaxing and enjoyable to you. Some people might be listening to music or, you know, knitting or sewing or there's any variety of things. But it's a reminder to get back to that, okay? So that's one of the message from Spirit. And what I like in this picture is that she's in the water. That's one of my things that brings me pleasure, is being in or by the water. So I'm probably going to endeavor to do that today. Okay, here's another one that's sticking out for us. Angel of Communication. All right. Because with Mercury coming out of retrograde, one of the things that happens while Mercury is in retrograde, which it was from the end of August through the middle of September, is that communications can get a little skewed, okay, potentially. And it's important to be clear. First of all, it's important to communicate, and it's important to be clear in your communications. You know, things that we send by text message can get misconstrued because you can't see how the person's saying it. You can't get a sense of the feeling that's coming through with it. It can be a little bit more difficult. And there are some things that are just better off in a personal conversation. But so this is Angel of Communication, and it's saying communicate clearly and don't be afraid to tell it like it is, okay? Sometimes I've had this card come up when I wanted to, you know, be done with something, or it felt like it was time to move on from something. And I wanted there to be a more, I guess, you know, understandable reason or not understandable. I guess that's not the word I'm trying to use. It's more like well, I have to leave because of some life event or something like that. When in reality, I just wanted to leave because I didn't care for it. I didn't feel like it was for me. And I got this card and it said, literally, don't be afraid to tell it like it is. And so I just got honest about it with the specific thing I was in and the person that I needed to talk to. And I was like, no, you know what? I need to be done because I'm kind of burnt out. And these are some things I was uncomfortable with in this. And so that's what this card is urging a little bit of, is it's okay to tell it like it is. And I know a lot of people really like watching people on TV when they just, you know, call it and tell it like it is. They call a spade or something like that. And because we all like, you know, truth and authenticity, but it doesn't have to be done in any kind of harsh way. You can tell it like it is, and you know, and you can be honest and authentic without it needing to be mean or nasty or judgmental. Okay. Let's see what else the Angel of Communication has to say. Yeah, communicate what you want clearly. Sometimes we assume that people around us know what we want or how we feel, okay? But the truth is that they really don't. And because we haven't necessarily communicated honestly and clearly, and so things that end up getting confused. So don't be afraid to say it like it is, or to have a conversation or ask somebody a question where, you know what, I'm just looking to understand, kind of thing, so that people don't feel like judged in a situation or something like that. So as we come into the end of the month, you know, it's about taking more time for ourselves and the things we enjoy, and communicating clearly. And, you know, maybe when we look at these two together as a story, it could certainly mean that in these next couple of weeks of September, we're going to be maybe taking more time out to enjoy time with friends and family, and having open, honest communication, getting together and catching up. That's a part of communication too, in a way that's fun and pleasurable to us. So, and that's certainly something that's really nice to look forward to. Let's see. And now I'm going to switch over to Colette Baron-Reid's cards, because I love her cards. Is there anything else here? Now, I know career transition was also one of the cards that we got from the Archangels for the month of September. And that may be part of what this angel of communication is coming up for, okay? Maybe you're getting ready to tell a supervisor or a boss or an employer that you're going to be leaving. And so... for the actual communication, I've always understood the Archangel Gabriel is the best archangel to call upon when you have to make a communication with someone, whether it's a speaking, a conversation that you want to have with them, or something written. Let's see. New life. And this is like a little fairy who's kind of just waking up out of a nap and, ready to embrace the new day. And let's see what this card has to say. So it definitely is, in many ways, exactly what it says. You're going to feel new life coming into your endeavors. It feels like there's, which, kind of isn't surprising with the new moon that we just had. You might have gotten some new ideas. It might be might feel excited about starting some new things. So you feel like there's new life pumping into maybe some relationships or some ideas that you've had from before. Let me see. 39. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, like something like it's like a breath of fresh air. Life renewing itself. Excitement going on around new things. When new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. It's a very optimistic card. It says you have every reason to be optimistic right now, as things might seem to start to fall into place, okay? New life suddenly infuses your project's work and creative ideas. So new life is really exciting. So it looks like going into the end of this month, and maybe that's what's spawning your career transition. Maybe you might be suddenly have had, or not, a more of an awareness of where you'd like to be in your career, or something that's more fulfilling for you. So new life is kind of bringing along, says there's new ideas coming along that are going to inspire you in ways to move forward with that. So anyways, that's all today for our cards for our mid-month check-in. And once again, if you're interested in joining our Circle of Angels on September 24th, 2023, it's at from 7 to 7:45 p.m., send an email to angeldivination@gmail.com, and I will send you the link. Okay? Thanks so much for joining me today. Take care.